Definitely not the best setup in the world, but considering like all the stores are closed, it's good enough for me. All right, so this is like a last minute thing. Do my little documentary here on my animation project. Kind of give you like the background on my thought process, my setup, and how I went about doing it. I mean, first I started with my storyboard, which I drew up, and I came up with a little story for Back to the Future, which, if you can tell, I guess I'm a big fan of. So I came up with a storyboard, and then I had to figure out how I wanted to set things up. I knew it was going to be with Lego figures, and I was going to use a non-Lego car. So what I ended up doing is I set up a table, and I'll show pictures and clips and stuff of my setup and everything. I set up a table, and I got some base plates for Lego off of Amazon or wherever it was. Those took a while to get here, so I kind of waited. And then I ended up taping them to the table because things moving around is a huge pain. And I wanted them secured so they didn't move around. And then I ended up getting a green screen, and I kind of have a time lapse. So I'll show that of me setting up my setup and everything, which is pretty makeshift, but I think given circumstances it was pretty good. And then once I had that all set up, I kind of started filming what I had on my storyboard. It was a very long process doing this animation, and I think it turned out pretty good considering. There was a lot of stress, trying not to move the camera too much. I had it on a tripod for most of it, and some of them I had to zoom in or move the camera a little bit to get certain angles. And then in one of the scenes, I had the car moving, with the background moving behind it. And what I ended up doing is I built a track out of Lego, and I had a vehicle from one of my Lego kits, and I took the top off of it, and I used the wheels as a base, and I built kind of like a camera platform on it. So it was like a trolley for the camera to just go along with the car, and it actually worked out pretty good. And I have a picture of that as well. And then after doing all that, I went into After Effects and Adobe Premiere Pro and did all the post-production, which was time consuming. It was pretty fun. It took a lot of time because I would do a scene in Dragonframe, and then I would take that scene and I would upload it individually, one by one, into my editing software, and I would do that scene. So then I had kind of an idea of how I want to do the next scene, so I could go back and look and see where I was before. So yeah, but it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it, and that pretty much covers it. This is kind of like a last minute thing, so I hope you enjoy.
But Doc, how did this happen?
A pandemic, Morty! A horrible pandemic threatens to wipe out humanity! RIP. A pandemic, Morty. God damn it. What the